Hey guys, welcome to the dojo. This is SGT Nickel, and today I'm going over air guns and the basic functions of them. So, the reason you might want an air gun is you do target shooting, you just want to practice in the backyard, you might want to do pest control, you might have issue with rat, squirrel, starling, etc. Might be reasons why you might want to choose one of these. So, I've got a few here. These are the ones that I personally own, and I'll get into the detail of them, and then I'll get into sort of a little bit of the ammo. So, first things first is the first things first is that with pellet guns, there are some you can get without a PAL, that's a possession acquisition license, and there are some that you can get with only a PAL, that's a possession acquisition license. So, here we go. The first one is a Diana. This is a Model 34, which you need the possession acquisition license for. They make this in the Model 24, which is 495 feet per second. So if it shoots under 500 feet per second, which is 495, you can have that without a PAL. So that's these three here you can have without a PAL. These two you need a PAL. So this one shoots around 900 to 1,000 feet. Shoots a 22 caliber. You can get it in 177, but I got it in the 22 because I like the bigger POW that the 22 gives. It's the equivalent of a Pinto going 65 kilometers an hour vs a semi-truck going same speed against your Bentley. Which one's going to do more damage? Well, the bigger object going the same speed is going to do more damage than the lighter object going the same speed. Simple physics. So that's the 22. It's twice the size of a 177. So that's an interesting aspect to it. This is a wood stock. I don't know what kind of wood it is. It's definitely hardwood. This gun's very well made, very accurate. I've got just standard sights on them, just the regular. It's got the shield on it, so I don't bang the sight up or bend it. I bang up this. I put tape on the barrel, this just so I can set it and doesn't scuff up my metal. Also protects a little bit from rust. I go out in rain with this. This is one of my varmint exterminating guns, so I use it for basically taking care of some of the vermin around the farm. So yeah, that covers this one. I can basically put pellet on pellet within 25 yards, so I can shoot dimes with it. This one's a little bit more finicky. It's very nice to hold. I find it gives a bit more kick. So you really need to be on your mark. It's got a lot more spring action. This shoots 177 at 1,350 feet per second. You can shoot darts with it too. It's this Rite makes this one. It's a 13. I think they call it 13.5X. They do make a 100X, but that's the 495 feet version. 495 feet muzzle velocity, and this one is the higher powered, so very deadly. I added this on here just so I can strap a light on. The hunting laws don't apply for air guns because air guns aren't to be used for hunting, so they go into the the pest control group, and when you're using varmint control or pest control, you can illuminate all you want, so there's no law against that. Now we go into the ones where you don't need your PAL. When I was a kid, I loved this category. This is just from China, basically a simple bullpup version. It was very cheap. First shot I took, the whole gun fell apart. I rebuilt it. I took the hanger that looked like it was welded by a 6-year-old kid, took that off, ran a bolt through that fit the threads that were already in the gun. So that was that fix. The scope mount was just a dovetail piece of plastic that you put your scope on, and it sat crooked to start with, and then when you shoot, the scope would get loose and almost want to fall off. So I just ground that off, and I took just a rail mount that I went out and got, and I modified it to fit and just stuck it on there, and now we're real secure. So before, this gun had no sights, couldn't even put a scope on it. and I modified it up to fit the scope and all, and shoots pretty true. Close range is really good. I don't think this is the most savvy gun I've got. It looks cool. I like the way it feels. It's really well balanced. I love bullpups. I really want to see more bullpup air guns, so, especially a break open style bullpup. This one, you open this way and the chamber opens and you load in what you want. And apparently you get a 22 barrel for it. I just haven't seen them, and I don't know who makes it, so it's hard to look it up. Anyway, just an interesting different aspect to an air gun. I like it, but it's not my main one. It's just more of a toy. Then we get into the pistols. These are more compact. They're excellent. This one's heavy. This one's light. That's the difference between these two. This one's a little smaller. They're probably around the same price. In fact, this one might be a little bit cheaper. I think this is close to 300, and this one is 250. So I like this one a bit better. The action, you just reloading, you just take the CO2 out, put new CO2 in, slide her back in, cock it. Don't even have to cock it. You can uncock it. So safe again. And safety's on. Pull it back, safety's off. I could just shoot, or I could cock and get a more power. So just a interesting aspect. That's a CP99 compact. The pistols shoot the 177, and all of them shoot 177 except for the Diana, the first one I showed you. So now we get into the ammo. So first I'll go into the 177s. There's various ammo here. We've got just standard pellets, or just 177 flat pointed. I've got a few different kinds here. I just dump all my extra ammo, like pellets, into a tray and then keep them. Then they start getting mixed, and it doesn't really matter. Some say you can't shoot pointed pellets through those pistols. I've never had a problem with it. So there's darts. Those are 177. To shoot 22 darts, you gotta make some, but you can buy 177. I've never seen the 22 darts. Here's Prometheus rounds. They're plastic with a zinc top. They almost look like a little tiny bullet. They apparently bring up your power by 20% because they're a little bit lighter. They're not accurate in the high-powered guns, but for the low-powered stuff, they work good. Anything 495 feet or slower, those Prometheus work good. These PBAs seem to work good for both. They're gold-plated zinc and plastic pellet. They've got gold plate on them. I've actually melted them down out of curiosity, and they melt into almost like a little gold nugget thing with zinc mixed with it. So they're 10 karat gold plate. So they apparently bring up your power by 20% also. And they do work for the high powered. They just, I find, a little bit higher. They're hitting square, but high. So that's all. And then we get into 22 pellets. You can get different kinds. Wad cutter, pointed, hollow points. I like the pointed and hollow point personally. It's a little bit bigger pellet. It's twice the size of a 177. I've actually weighed them, and this is exactly double. So, and as you can see with these various ammos, the running around makes a lot of noise. You're not going to really do very good in exterminating certain animals that can hear that. So I got a little sock and tied the end up, so it's just a little bag, and then I ran some string around, made myself a little sack. Put your pellets in there. Almost no noise, and you just keep this in your pocket. When you need a pellet, you just dump it, give it a little bit of a shake, and just knock a pellet in your hand, just like that. So pretty simple. Yeah, anyway, that's air guns for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.